My primary swing thought is to finish my backswing. I want to make a nice full turn on the backswing, get the shoulder under the chin, get the back to the target, and then everything flows from there.
Relax. Focus on the target and low and slow.
Try to make a good turn.
Staying down through impact.
6'3", a giant of a man with a graceful, powerful, enviable golf swing. Ernie Els. The Big Easy oozes rhythm and tempo, and his classic swing has been a model to many, including me.
Well, this man's got whatever he needs.
This is just pounded on.
He's a 3-time major champion and 19-time PGA Tour winner, and in my opinion, is as talented and complete a golfer as I have ever seen. In fact, Ernie is pretty much the reason I gave up playing competitively and took to teaching.
Ernie Els has this putt for birdie.
There you have it. Ernie Els, birdie's 18. When you need to make it, the big man can get it done. Ernie Els, the Hall of Famer, is your winner. Ernie's been swinging very nicely today. Just one good swing here. Yes. That is way down there.
If he gets it up the right-hand side and hits it kind of low, it'll take off.
This is a bullet down the right-hand side.
Let's see if it does. That's got a chance to get way down there.
And it's going to cross the cart path and work continually down the fairway. Ernie Els is going to have nothing into this par 5.
The Big Easy has told me that he really focuses on the start of his golf swing because the start of the golf swing sets up everything else. So before we start him away, let's look how this tall man gets down to the golf ball. You'll always see a beautiful angle here set across the belt line. It's almost like he tries to tip that downwards, and he gets the small of the back fairly straight. There's no tension across the shoulders. You see how those just kind of relax out in front of him. See how the knees are underneath him, just basically as stabilizers, and the arms hang out in front of him. That's just a beautiful posture, and it looks like he was almost designed to fit to a golf ball. Now to that start of the swing. Let's move him back because he talks about this often. If he starts well, he's on his way. And right there is a beautiful start, and watch this. Left arm is down the chest. Right hip is turned just slightly behind him. Look very importantly at the club face. Face angle of the club is pretty well matching his spine. Ernie has set himself up there for a good backswing. If we take him back to the start, watch as he moves along this line. And I'll set up a little reference here for the swing plane. So as he moves away, the club traces that line through his good start all the way to the top of the swing. He's nailed it right there. And now over at the top, he's got the arms right over the left shoulder. The club face pretty much parallel to the forearm, but looking slightly leftward. And I've always believed that Ernie Els, with the club face slightly laid off, is a good Ernie Els. Now from there, watch how he uses his legs. They will unwind, he'll plug in the ground, and can you see the push-up of the pelvis? The legs have gone from rotary to upward. That raises the handle, that propels the club head down through the ball. Now, some of that is a power source. The rest of it is a function of a left knee injury he sustained a few seasons ago in a water sporting accident. So as a result now, you'll begin to see that forward foot, the left foot, push up and actually pop out of the way, a la Justin Thomas. From there, the club gets released down the fairway. Ernie's left foot gives way. Watch him follow this through into that graceful, balanced Ernie Els follow through. He hits it hard. He swings easy, but he hits it hard.
He's as long as anyone out there.
That's why he's in the World Golf Hall of Fame.
That's exactly right.
Ernie trying to hit a cut up the right side and does a pretty good job of it.
Looks like it's smoked. Up, yep.
Oh my God.
Say goodbye to Stephen Alker's ball.
That really was Pound Town. Ernie.
The Big Easy. He's a big man. He's graceful. He creates a lot of speed. And I'd love to show you how he does it. First off, here at address, I want you to notice this. Can you see how it's like his upper body is just eked over to his forward side a little bit? That's almost in a preamble to push off that forward leg and create some sideways movement going back, just enough to kick the backswing off. Then secondarily, he's got these big long arms, and I feel like he's always done a great job of keeping this handle of the club low. And as he keeps it low, he sets up a big wide swing arc. So away from the ball, little forward press, the body shifts right, and right there, can you see it's like he's driving the handle down with force as the wrists are hinging up. Notice how he's moved off that forward foot back into his trailing foot, and he's now able to just wind his core and turn to the top of his backswing. This is classic Els as he winds up and completes the swing. Now, right there, he looks like he is loaded and primed to unload. Body's wound up, shoulders complete turn, club shaft parallel. Gorgeous. But look at this look here. See, it's like there's almost a downward look, some force onto that forward leg. And I want you to pay attention to the belt buckle, because you will see that it won't just turn, it'll push upward. And that push up will create a slingshot effect to basically propel this club head through the ball with very little effort. So watch this. Forward, up. See how the club head accelerates. Beautiful. A little forward, a little rotate, a push up. Can you see how that belt buckle is raising upward? Watch this. Down, pushed up, turned out of the way. So much so that this club head, it's slung past Ernie's hands without him even trying. And now watch this. The forward foot, there's been so much upward going on that as he goes into the completion of the follow-through, he pushed himself off that forward leg. The arms cross over, the body continues to turn, and watch this. He's almost repositioned, yet still balanced, as he finishes this graceful yet powerful golf swing. There he is, vintage Els. That balanced, enviable follow-through. A lot of us copied it. Ernie does it naturally. He can swing so easy because of the engine he has underneath.
Great drive there by Ernie.
Posture's good, and his rhythm's good, and his change of direction. He's a pretty good shot.
He's going to aim it at that bunker, try to hit a little cutter off of it.
Much better swing than the last hole.
And that ball was mashed. What bunker?
Yeah, has been hitting really good shot after good shot with these irons. Boy, he has played golf today. It's pretty to watch.
Going a little right. There it is. Beautifully played. That's what you're talking about, Bob. That one right there.
Ernie trying to launch it way up in the air, get it to stop close. He did. He might have made it. No. What a great shot by Ernie Els.
Ernie Els with an iron in hand. Now, 6'3", he's a big man, so he has to bend down to the golf ball from his hips a bit more. But you see those long arms? How naturally they hang down in front of his body? Nothing contrived there. Once again, I do want to highlight this. You see how it looks like there's some downward pressure there on that forward leg? It's almost like the upper body, if I dropped a plumb line down from the edge of the shoulders, how you see how it's just favoring that left side a little bit more? That is going to set one up for a more downward, more compressing strike. Now, I've always believed that thumbs up is a sign of good things to come. Thumbs up in the golf swing is a good thing too. Now, we saw Ernie keep the handle of the club really low starting, and we saw his diligence with the start of the swing. Well, watch what he does with a thumbs up move in the backswing. The body pushes slightly to his right, hips unwind, and can you see the hinging of the wrists over there? See that environment where when the lead arm is almost parallel with the ground, he's created that L, luscious, leveraged look, thumbs up, which is really just a preamble to the top of the swing, because from here, all he has to do is rotate around that core. It'll move the left shoulder behind the ball, and that will situate the club at the top of the swing. So we take him up, no lifting of the arms, just turning of the body. See that? Simple as pie. And this right here is gorgeous. Perfectly square club face. There's some beautiful alignments in the wrists over there, thumbs underneath the shaft, right hip turn behind him, but you see this downward pressure here. Now, unlike the driver, he's not going to push off that left leg as much. He's going to turn around that forward leg as he posts up and try and recreate a thumbs up look in the through swing. Let's see what he does. Low body unwinds, club releases, bang. Is that any good? See, no pushing up. Watch that forward foot now as the arms pass him by. The club head gets slung, the forearms cross over, the wrists release, and a little further you will start to see how this relationship here will turn into that letter L. Watch him as he goes further. Beautiful, there it is. Thumbs up, he's grounded in his forward foot, he's got the club released, his body's rotating to the finish, and the job's done. From here he can just follow all the way through, give it that magazine cover pose as he's stung another iron shot down the target at the perfect distance.
Oh, he did a nice little soft follow through.
That is just a gorgeous play by Ernie Els. Really, really well controlled. Can't be more than wedge in his hand going at this back right hole location. Love the setup, really nice and square. Oh, wow. I think he can handle that one. Heck, you could even make that, Bob. He'll play shots. I mean, he'll play something to a right hole location and to a left one. I mean, he'll move it whichever way it needs to move.
You don't see him hit me hard with short irons, do you? They're always like that. Beautiful shot.
I've always believed that great wedge players are unhurried. You'll see the modern day player trying to overhit wedges at times. Now, not Ernie Els. His golf swing oozes rhythm, and it's natural, but it's not natural. It does get off. And I asked him about that, and I said, so what is the key to your rhythm? And he smiled, characteristically, you know that grin.
It's all in a day's work.
And he said, I just count. So the counting goes like this. It's 1 at the start, it's 2 at the top, and it's 3 down at contact. Off the ball, 1. To the top, 2. Down to contact, 3. See, never any flashing speed. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, score. So let's go through that one more time. Just let this rhythm, this tempo ooze into your soul as you watch Ernie at full flight or low unhurried. Little forward press, the trigger. Allows it to accumulate power and speed down through the base of the arc, and he sticks that finish, that follow through every single time. That is enough to improve your wedge game and your ball striking. Now, to the mechanics of this, just a couple things to bear in mind. Remember, with the driver in contrast, Ernie would move to his right. I put that there to see the pressure down into that forward foot. Here's a Gary Player-ism, a line down the right thigh, whereas Ernie with driver would slide through that. Watch the wedge, how he turns inside that line, keeping pressure on the forward leg. So off we go, same rhythm, 1 starting, 2 up to the top. So he turns over that red line, inside that yellow line. That is beautiful right there. Now the unwind is just a gentle turn of the hips, more pressure to the forward leg, 3 contact, lined up beautifully. And from there, it's a follow through. No trying to heave the club into the follow through. Watch the eye line. See, it's down on the ground. Watch the club will pass Ernie by, and that will pull the eyes and the head up into the follow through. It is majestic. And he is a great wedge player. As I said at the top of this all, he's a 5-tool guy. Ernie has no weakness. And even now, still one of the great players in our game.
That was definitely a wedge.
And that was definitely a really nice shot. I mean, this thing with this wedge with the backstop, he's got to feel like he's got to put this inside 6 feet.
I like it.
Oh, got in. Oh, yes, he did. Almost. If you hit it as far as he does, you have to make yourself a great wedge player. You just have to.